Have you ever wondered who will truly be there for you in the end? As the years pass, people enter and exit your life, some staying only for a season, others fading away with time. But when you reach your later years, it becomes clear not everyone is meant to walk with you until the very end. In this video, we'll explore 5 types of people most likely to remain by your side in old age. These are the relationships that endure, the bonds time cannot easily break. Some may surprise you, while others might make you reflect on who has truly been there all along. Stay until the very end, because understanding who stays and why could change how you approach relationships in your own life. Now let's begin. 1. Family members who truly care. Not all family ties last, and not every relative offers the love and loyalty that stands the test of time. But those who genuinely care, the ones who see you as more than an obligation, are the ones who remain. They don't show up out of duty or guilt. They're there because they want to be, because your presence still matters to them. Many assume family bonds guarantee lifelong connection, but that's not always true. As you age, you'll notice who values you and who has quietly drifted away. Some relatives visit out of habit, staying just long enough to fulfill expectations. Others? They call, they listen, they show up, not just on holidays, but on ordinary days, simply to be with you. This isn't limited to children or grandchildren. It could be a sibling who's walked beside you through every chapter, or a niece or nephew who steps up when you least expect it. These are the people who don't see aging as an inconvenience, but as a natural part of life, deserving of patience, respect, and unconditional love. They don't shy away from tough conversations about health, finances, or the future. Instead, they face them with you, offering support without making you feel like a burden. Love keeps these bonds alive, but actions define them. The ones who stay don't just say they care, they prove it. They're patient when you need help, they listen when you speak, and they make sure you still feel valued, no matter how much time has passed. Not everyone is fortunate enough to have this kind of family support, which is why nurturing these relationships now is so important. Because in the end, it's not about how many relatives you have, it's about which ones truly choose to stay. 2. The lifelong friend who stood the test of time. True friendships are rare. Over the years, people drift in and out of your life, some for a season, others for decades. But if you're lucky, there's one friend who never leaves, no matter how much life changes. This isn't the friend who vanished when things got hard or only stuck around for the good times. This is the person who's seen you at your highest and lowest and still chooses to stay. A lifelong friend doesn't need constant updates to know where they stand with you. You might go months without speaking, yet when you reconnect, it's as if no time has passed. There's no awkwardness, no need to explain the years between conversations. They know your history, your struggles, and what truly matters to you. And as you age, they become even more precious, because they still see you, not just the years that have shaped you. Unlike friendships built on convenience, like co-workers or neighbors, this bond is a choice, one made repeatedly over decades. It's the friend who celebrated your victories, mourned your losses, and sat beside you when life felt uncertain. In old age, when social circles shrink, this kind of friendship becomes invaluable. While others grow distant, this friend still makes time for you, not out of obligation, but because they genuinely want to. They remind you of who you've always been, making the passage of time feel a little less lonely. So it's not about how many friends you've had. It's about whether even one stayed when it truly mattered. If you're finding these insights valuable, comment "lifelong friends" below And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss content like this. 3. The partner who chose to stay. If you're fortunate enough to have a lifelong partner, their presence in your later years is one of life's greatest gifts. Love in youth is often passionate and full of possibility, but in old age, it transforms into something deeper: companionship. A partner who stays is someone who's weathered every storm with you and still chooses to stand by your side. They've seen you evolve, stumble, and rise again. Yet they've never once considered walking away. Many assume marriage or long-term commitment guarantees someone will be there in the end. But the truth? Only relationships built on effort, patience, and mutual choice survive the decades. A partner who stays isn't just there for the highlights. They're the one who held your hand through hardships, reminded you of your worth when you doubted yourself, and remained steady when the world felt unstable. Aging together means sharing quiet moments, morning coffee, familiar jokes, and the comfort of someone who knows you better than anyone else. While some fear growing old alone, those with a devoted partner never truly feel solitude. Even as health fades or energy wanes, their presence is a constant reminder. You don't have to face this alone. In the end, when so many other relationships fade, your partner is the one who remembers every chapter of your story. They've witnessed the struggles that shaped you and the joys that defined you. And that kind of love? It's what truly lasts. 4. The person you once helped when they needed it most. Life has a beautiful way of bringing kindness full circle. At some point, you've likely offered someone support, whether through advice, a helping hand, or simply being there when they had nowhere else to turn. Back then, it may have seemed like a small gesture, but in your later years, those very people often return to stand by you when you need it most. This could be a younger friend you mentored through a crisis, a coworker who never forgot your encouragement, a neighbor you supported during their darkest days. Unlike family, they're not bound by obligation. Unlike lifelong friends, they may not share decades of history with you. But what makes their presence extraordinary is this: they chose to come back. They remember the light you brought into their life. And now, they want to do the same for you. You might not have expected them to be the ones who stay. Yet, here they are, checking in, running errands, or sitting with you when the days feel long. Their loyalty isn't loud or dramatic. It's steady, quiet, and deeply meaningful. And then comes the moment that says it all, when they softly admit, "I never forgot what you did for me." That's when you realize every act of goodness leaves a mark. The time you gave, the hope you offered, the patience you showed, it all mattered. And in the end, those you helped often become the ones who ensure you're not alone. If this resonates with you, drop a "kindness matters" in the comments, and let's celebrate those who give without expecting anything in return. 5. The unexpected companion, a surprise gift of later life. Sometimes the person who stays isn't someone you anticipated at all. Life writes its own rules, and as the years pass, relationships shift in ways you never saw coming. This could be a caregiver who started as a stranger but became family, a neighbor whose casual chats turned into daily check-ins, someone from your book club, place of worship, or community center who simply noticed you needed a friend. What makes them remarkable isn't how long you've known them, but the fact that, when the crowd faded away, they stepped forward. These unexpected companions don't love you out of habit or duty. They're there because, against all odds, a real connection formed. The caregiver who remembers how you take your tea. The neighbor who brings over soup just because. The acquaintance who now calls every Sunday without fail. Their presence teaches a profound truth. It's never too late for meaningful bonds. Even in life's final chapters, new characters can arrive and change everything. Final thoughts: what truly matters. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect. Who in your life has already proven they'll stay? Who shows up, not because they have to, but because they want to? The hard truth: we don't always get to choose who remains, but we can cherish those who do. So here's my challenge to you. Don't wait. Reach out to those who matter today. Tell them. Show them. Because in the end, life isn't about the number of people we knew. It's about the few who stayed. If this video made you think of someone special, tag them in the comments or share this with them. Let's honor the ones who stick around. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more content that makes you reflect, like to help others find this message. Comment with which point resonated most. Thank you for watching. And remember, the best chapters of life are often written with others. See you in the next video.